Hello, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. Come on in and say hello. Leave your comments here. I'm gonna work with a Dollar Tree surface board. I'm gonna work with some sari silk, popsicle sticks, that kind of stuff, and we're just gonna get the ball rolling. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you do not already subscribe. Alrighty? Alrighty. It's gonna be kind of a simple project. Here, I'm going to take just the piece of this black part, and we'll go from there with the popsicle sticks. Okay, actually I think I'm going to turn it over just in case any of it were to show through, and I'm just gonna come in here and put some hot glue down on the surface, and then we'll cut them down afterwards. This is just going to give us a cute little background on here. You could use some wood glue too. That probably would even work better than the hot glue. But this sucker's hot and ready to go, so we're gonna use it. Bows are all the rage right now, right? Bows, 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 bows. Everything's all about the bows. So we're just gonna make this very, very simple by using some sari silk to make a bow. You could use thinner popsicle sticks or thicker, depending on the look that you're going for. All right, works perfect. Okay, we're gonna let that set up for a minute. I'm just gonna set it to the side, and then we're gonna get going on the frame. Okay, we're gonna paint the frame in a sandstone color. This is kind of a peachy beige color on that. So I kind of like to play those two colors off together, and that's what I'm going to do here, and add. And it is a chalk paint. Push those things back in. Okay, get in here. If you like to use slick stick or anything like that, that's up to you. I'm just coming straight on here with this. Getting into all the grooves, little nooks and crannies. Chalk paint will hold better and will cover better, in my opinion. Now, there are other paints out there, I'm sure, that have good coverage, but I do think that chalk paint does pretty good with this plastic Dollar Tree frame. We are going to hopefully just need the one coat on here. But we will see. We will wait and see. I do really like these Dollar Tree frames. These are very vintage looking, and it's super fun. I wish they weren't plastic, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? And we will come in here and distress it down a little bit, which will help out if any of this doesn't cover well. If you add a second layer, a lot of times that will help with that. It doesn't show so much. But this is gonna be super cute. I absolutely love the sandstone color. I really like it as a taupey beige. That's my favorite, I think. But you could definitely do this in an ivory or a white and distress it all down too. Okay. hit it with some heat. And then we're going to go back to our other surface. We do have a little bit of it puddling in here, so I'm going to dab that off. I did not realize I had so much in that area. What a transformation just by doing that. Simple painting of it. We won't fully dry it, we're just going to get it going, and then we'll set it to the side. We'll move on to the next part of the project, and then we can just kind of pop back and forth a little bit here. That boy is slipping and sliding all over the place. We just set that to the side. Ooh, that's cute with that paper back there. That would have been a cute idea too. I'm going to come back in here with this, and then I'm going to grab this antique wax here. We're going to put on. I'm just going to use a baby wipe. And then we will cut these down because obviously this will not fit in the frame properly. So you can cut it down before or after you stain it. Doesn't really matter. Trying to let the glue dry and set up as much as possible. Hoping that it's not going to pop off. Definitely wood glue would be better, but this just happens to be what was there when I decided to get going on this. Okay, so let's hit this with some heat, and then again we're going to cut it down with a pair of like snips, or probably be better than scissors, just because they'll cut it a little bit better. Again, you do you. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the board. I'm gonna cut it just the same as the board here. Okay, and again. Now this concept would work with any type of a background to it. You could use scrap paper, you could use a napkin or something like that. I wanted to go with it a little bit more on the plain side. I just want my bow to be the focal point because it's all the rage right now, you guys, right? It's all the rage. So that being said, I just want to show you this really cute though. This happens to just be a piece of scrap paper that I had sitting there. Just how cute that would be as well for the background. Again, you do you. Just thought I would show that because it kind of was just one of those, oh, look at that. That's kind of how things go around here. All right, so we've got this cuteness here. See a little bit of that gold peeking out here. So we're going to touch that up. And I'm going to finish drying this. Get off some of this excess though. Alrighty, let's dry this up again. Going to be a nice pop off of this with the wood. We're going to put it back together, the frame, that is. Okay, so it's gonna go like this. It has these two little indentations, so you gotta get that one. I believe they go down. I could be wrong. Let me pull these out again. Yeah, those go down. Back on. And I have to cut this just a wee bit right here. My snips did not get as close as I would have hoped or needed. So it won't allow that to sit in there otherwise, and put my back on. Okay. And go like this. I hope I'm not scratching too much of my surface here. Alrighty. A little bit. It's okay. Okay. Super cute, just like that, huh? Super cute, just like that. Okay. Now I want to take my bow. I'm sorry, my Sari Silk to make my bow. Clean up my hands here with some of this stuff so I don't get it all over that. Don't want that on my Sari Silk. Tis the season for dry hands. I live in Michigan, so yeah. I mean, it's kind of like springy weather right now. It's so weird, but that's only going to be for a day or so, and then it'll change. Okay, so here we go. It's going to be very similar to what we got going on here. All I want to do is I'm going to cut off a decent amount just to make sure that I have enough of it. And I'm going to put some dark on the frame too, but I want to do this first. I'm just going to make myself a shoestring bow. Really lackadaisy, kind of light and airy. And here with a decent hoop, but not too big of a loop. Get my loops to be even. All right, let me just pop this down. A decent blob. I'll hold it down. So it gets nice and tight there. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this down on an angle. It can be a little bit tricky to cut because it's silky and it wants to slide on me. So okay, that one's way better than this one. Let me try. To straighten this up a wee bit. Okay. So cute, you guys. That is so cute. Okay, so it's gonna want to flop a little bit. I think I'm gonna tack it just a wee bit here. And here. So it won't flop forward so much. And I'm gonna have to do the top one too. Just a smidge, I think. As long as it's got just a smidge of it on there, so it won't pop forward. Okay. Okay, there we have that. Okay, now I'm going to come in with a little bit of that wax. I tossed it in the garbage. Okay. So just a wee bit. Actually, I'm going to use a brush, a little bit of a brush here, because I want to be able to get it into here. And this is not completely dry, which I just noticed. So we want to make sure that that's dry before we get in there, because it's going to blend and mesh those colors, and I don't want that effect. So, sorry about the noise. If you notice, I do some really quick videos, but I do like to do a lot of these where I am here spending time with you, more like a live would be. That's just sometimes how I prefer it, but with that comes noise and all the other things like the animals barking and stuff, right? Just know it's all for the good of the craft. Okay. I'm gonna come in here. I don't want to do too much where I mess it up. So I'm gonna just randomly use my fingers too. And I'm okay if a little bit of that gold wants to peek out from behind the frame, the original gold. That's kind of cool too. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit of gold to it. So I am doing more of a dry brush on it. Don't forget your edges around here either. Hitting the surfaced edges on this. Up here. Okay. So cute. And if I have to, I might tack those in place. I'm not really sure on that, what I want to do. But I was just going to see if I had something else that I could add to it. Some little bit of bling or something. Might look cute. But I really don't have anything that is appropriate in size. So I might add some gold while I think about that. I might just do a button or a flower. Same effect, dry brush it. It's gonna brighten it up a little bit. Tones down the dark just a wee bit. Allows that bow to pop a little more. I like to use the little fan brushes that really, what else do you use them for? This is like my main use for them. And I don't know if I really want to tack this bow down because I really like how it's really light and airy looking right now. And I'm afraid if I tack it down, it's just going to make it look like smashed in there. So I think we might just leave that. You could go a little bit darker if you wanted on that. But you can see that shimmer and how that just kind of brightens it all up. This is a metallic gold. It's a Deco Art product. It's called Soft Gold. I've had it for a long time, so I don't know if it's something that you still can get or not. So keep that in mind. I do have a lot of products that I have that I use only certain times of the year, so then I wind up with them for a long time period. but just know that it might not be something that you can get. That's kind of cute, but do I like it dark? I think I'm gonna go this way because it does have this really cool texture on it on the front of the button. Let me show you. See that? So I really do like that. You could even add a little bit of dark, but I like it. I like it a lot. Put that right in the center. I think I'm just gonna leave it, let it kind of flow and do its thing. So this does have the stand here, it does have a hook. So let me see how it looks. All right, it does want to flap down. So this is what you'll have to just kind of take a look at. And I'm ever so slightly adding some glue to that to kind of tack it down. I don't want to smash it though. I want to leave it really loosey-goosey. So I'm kind of just skimming it with this glue. See if that's gonna fall forward too. No, that's gonna stay pretty good. All right, cool. All right, so there you have it. Again, you can lean it or you can hang it. Maybe just a little bit here. So that it'll stay in the middle. But bows are all the rage, you guys. Keep it plain and keep it simple. Sometimes that's all you need is something very simple. And we're just kind of manipulating the sari silk to go where I want it to go. Right? It allows for it to have a little bit of a pucker almost on that. All right. And I'm going to fluff it up here. All right. There we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this project. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.